Hello, and welcome back. Tonight, we venture into the thought of one of philosophy's most challenging and misunderstood figures. A man who wrote with a hammer, who sought to break down old idols so that something new, something more honest, could be built in their place. We are going to explore the world of Friedrich Nietzsche. His work can feel like a fierce wind blowing from a high mountain. It is bracing, intense, and can be unsettling. But within that wind is a message of profound, life-affirming power. It is an invitation to engage in the ultimate creative act, the creation of yourself. Before we begin this ascent together, please take a moment to like and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy these videos and find value in these explorations. And do share in the comments, where does this idea resonate with you in your own life? It's incredibly insightful to hear the perspectives from all walks of life. Now, let us proceed. There is no need to fear the intensity of this philosophy. We will approach it with gentleness and find the deep, quiet core of its wisdom. Settle in. Take a deep breath of that clear mountain air, and let us explore Nietzsche's most powerful command: to become who you are. Nietzsche looked at the society of his time, and he saw a deep problem. He saw what he called the herd morality. This was the tendency of people to live their lives not according to their own deeply felt values, but according to the comfortable, prepackaged values of the crowd. The herd values safety above all else. It values comfort. It values being agreeable, fitting in, and not causing trouble. It offers a sense of belonging. But the price of that belonging, Nietzsche thought, was one's own individuality. We are taught from a young age to suppress our strange impulses, to quiet our unique passions, to sand down our sharp edges so that we fit smoothly into the social machine. We learn to live by a morality that was given to us, not one that was born from us. But Nietzsche saw another possibility, the possibility of the higher man, or what is sometimes translated as the Übermensch, or overman. This is not a tyrant or a master of others. This is the person who is the master of themselves. The higher man is the one who has the courage to turn away from the comfort of the herd. They are the one who walks into the solitude of their own wilderness to discover what they, and they alone, truly value. They do not ask society, what is good? They ask their own soul, what is good for me? They become the author of their own moral code, the creator of their own meaning. This is not an act of selfishness. It is an act of profound artistic and spiritual responsibility. It is the difficult, lonely, and glorious task of giving style to one's character. To explain this journey of self-creation, Nietzsche told a beautiful parable in his book Thus Spoke Zarathustra. He called it the three metamorphoses of the spirit. First, he said, the spirit becomes a camel. The camel is a beast of burden. It kneels down dutifully to be lauded. It carries the heavy weight of tradition, of duty, of the values given to it by others. The camel says, "Tell me what is difficult so that I may do it and rejoice in my strength." It carries the word, "Thou shalt," on its back into the loneliest desert. This is the stage where we learn discipline, where we absorb the wisdom of our culture. It is a necessary stage of carrying weight. But in the loneliest desert, the second metamorphosis occurs. The spirit becomes a lion. The lion is a king. It is a sacred destroyer. The lion's task is to confront the great dragon named Thou Shalt. On every scale of this dragon is written a rule from 1,000 years ago. The lion, in its fierce freedom, declares its own sacred word, I will. The lion does not yet create new values, but it creates the freedom for creation. It says no to the old burdens. It clears the space. It fights for its own sovereignty. Finally, after the lion has won its freedom, the third and most profound metamorphosis occurs. The spirit becomes a child. Why a child? Because the child is innocence and forgetting, a new beginning, a game, a self-propelling wheel. The child says a sacred yes to life. The child does not act out of duty like the camel or out of reaction like the lion. The child acts out of pure, spontaneous, creative joy. The child creates new values as a form of play. The child is the one who has finally learned to say yes to their own will, to their own life, to their own unique dance. This is the spirit that has learned to become who it is. But what does it mean to say yes to life? For Nietzsche, this was not just about accepting the good parts. It was about accepting everything. He called this profound concept amor fati, the love of one's fate. He invites us to look at our entire life, the moments of soaring joy and the moments of deepest suffering, the triumphs and the humiliations, the strengths and the weaknesses, and to not wish for a single thing to be different. To understand that every single event, every pain, every mistake was a necessary ingredient in the creation of who you are right now. To love your fate is to see your life not as a series of errors to be corrected, but as a masterpiece of interconnected events. To remove even the darkest thread would be to unravel the entire tapestry. Nietzsche proposed a thought experiment to test this. He called it the eternal recurrence. Imagine a demon were to creep into your loneliest loneliness and say to you, this life as you now live it and have lived it, you will have to live once more and innumerable times more, and there will be nothing new in it, but every pain and every joy and every thought and sigh must return to you, all in the same succession and sequence. Would you throw yourself down and gnash your teeth and curse the demon, or would you have lived in such a way that you could reply, you are a god, and never have I heard anything more divine? To be able to say yes to that question, to be able to joyfully affirm the eternal repetition of your own life with all its chaos and beauty, that is the ultimate expression of amor fati. That is the ultimate sign that you have truly become who you are. So, as you rest here in the quiet, let us gently consider these powerful ideas. Think of the thou shouts you carry on your back, the expectations you have absorbed from your family, your culture, your world. Can you feel their weight? You do not need to fight them tonight. Simply acknowledge them. See them for what they are. Now, feel for the lion within you. The part of you that longs for freedom, the part that knows its own will, its own desires. The part that has the courage to say a quiet, firm no to what is not authentic for you. And most importantly, connect with the child, the part of you that is innocent, creative, and joyful. The part that knows how to play, the part that can say a profound yes to life. Nietzsche said we must have chaos in ourselves to give birth to a dancing star. Do not be afraid of your inner chaos, your contradictions, your passions, your wildness. That is not something to be tamed or extinguished. It is the raw material. It is the swirling nebula from which your own unique, beautiful dancing star can be born. To become who you are is not to arrive at a final static destination. It is a constant process, a dance, a creation. So as you drift into sleep, release the need to be anyone other than the magnificent, complex, chaotic, and beautiful being that you are. Embrace your fate, love your story, and trust in the profound, creative power that lies within you, waiting to be born into a star.